Hello folks and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now in last week's video we got all the welding finished up on the Nova, and since then I've been doing a lot of repair work on the car, especially on that rear quarter, trying to get it all smooth and into the right shape for the car. Now we've got repair areas here, all around the car pretty much, and we need to get that all primed up. So in this video we're going to be finishing off the repairs I've been doing, getting it all primed, getting the arches stone chipped and the sills, and then pretty much getting this thing ready for paint. So let's do it, because we've got some nice weather right now and next week it's meant to turn to rain, so we need to get this done. Let's go. The parts of the car we'll be working on today is the rear quarter that I just repaired. We also have the sill and door for the driver's side, we have the front wing for the passenger side, the bonnet, and we have the little bit at the front of the sill on the passenger side. Now here is the main part that we're going to be focusing on in the video. Now we're going to get everything else finished up as well, but this is the main repair that we're doing. I've pretty much got it there, but you can see I've done little fills here, here, and here, and here, and then just a few bits along the sill as well, just to sort of get the last wee bits, but we're just about there. So I think what we should do first is start blocking down these parts of filler, and then we can sort of just feather back all the edges with the sander, and then that's that bit ready for primer, and then we'll work our way around. So let's get on with that. For sanding down the bits of filler, we're going to be using 80 grit sandpaper on a block. This allows us to keep it nice and flat, so we're not digging our fingers in with the sandpaper, making it all uneven. So we'll keep this flat and we'll get these bits sanded down. And make sure to always wear your mask. So after spending a lot of time repairing the rear quarters on this car, this was the sort of last bits that I had to sand down, so I was really happy with this. These are just little bits that I wasn't happy with, either just filling in little bits of pinholes or just tiny wee dents. So this was a pretty positive moment for me. Right, so I've just finished this little bit up on the front of the sill and the front of the door shut. Now this was pretty tricky because I had to rub this whole bit by hand. This was the only bit that I could block down really. So it took a wee bit of a while, but it's came out pretty well, and obviously it'll get even smoother once we go over it with a higher grit sandpaper. So aye, pretty good. Now something that I almost just forgot on the car was these spot welds down here. I've actually not grinded down these ones at the end yet, so I better grind these down before I start priming it. All the other ones are done, just these ones at the end. Okay, now that we've rubbed all the repairs down on the car, it's now time to feather back the edges with the sander. Now I wanted to show you an example of what I mean by feathering back the edges, so I'll show you that now. With this little bit here, you can see all the different layers that's on the panel. Now there you've got your bare metal, sealer, primer, and then paintwork as well. But all of them are quite close together, and if you run your hand along it, you can feel the edges of each of them because they're stacked so close together. Now with the sander, we're going to run it along it and take those out, blend it out a bit so that each layer is spread out a bit. Because if you just leave it like this, you'll get a sort of egg yolk look on the body under the primer. So I'll blend this out and I'll show you what I mean. I've just ran over the sander quickly there, just over this bit here, and you can see that has blended out a lot better now. You can actually see that there's two layers of paint, so this has been painted before. I knew that already, but it's been done pretty poorly. But there's one layer, 2 layers, primer, sealer, metal. But now you can see that's a lot more faded out, so you can't actually feel an edge on these bits of metal here now. So now that you have seen me feathering back the edge of the repair, I can now do it to the whole rest of the car. This is made a bit easier because we've got the sander to help us out, rather than doing it by hand. And that is the Nova now ready for primer. I have sanded it all, cleaned it all off, blew it off, cleaned it off with panel wipe, and this is how it's looking. So we've got all those scratch marks and that faded out, and it's feeling really good now. So there's the door as well, looking pretty fresh like. There's that quarter as well, happy with that. There's the front wing, I had to do a little repair down the bottom there as well, so that's all ready. And then this front bit of the sill as well, all sorted. And now it was actually time to start masking up the car, and this took ages because we were masking up most of the car. Now this is the same sheet and stuff that I've been using for doing most of the jobs on the car, however I could have done with just a full sheet for a car instead of just doing it in little bits. I'm now masking up the door shut of the car, and this technique you see me using here is called a lip edge. You stick this down onto the part that you want, and then because it's got that little flipped edge of the tape that's not sticky anymore, it allows paint to get under it and you get a soft edge from it instead of a big nasty hard edge. It's really easy to do and it's pretty cost effective too. We're almost there now. I've just got this side to mask off for the front of the sill there. But wow, what a lot of sheeting this is. Right along the sill as well. It's a lot of work, but it all has to be done so that I don't get overspray all over the rest of the car. But there's not much of the rest of the car covered, to be fair. Alright, it is now the next day and that is me pretty much ready for primer on the Nova. It took me absolutely ages to get this all masked up, but it is necessary. So here is the driver's side. Obviously we've got the full quarter and all that. Then around the passenger side, we've got the sill, we've got the bonnet as well, forgot to mention that. And then I have rubbed through on this quarter just when I was blocking down the primer, so I'll try and get some primer back on that again. So aye, looks pretty good. Now because there isn't a massive amount of primer left, I'm literally just going to mix it up in the tin with the hardener and thinners, because it'll save wasting any wee bits that we don't want to waste. So I'll just mix it up in the tin and then we'll get it into the gun. Right, it's now time to get some primer onto the car. I'm going to start on the driver's side. Now it is pretty warm today, so it should go off pretty quick, so that's a plus for us. Let's get right into this. Now to start off with the primer, I'm starting on that passenger side, but more specifically in the wheel arch. I'm just trying to cover that bare metal that I'd grinded down, just so that we've got a wee bit of primer in between the stone chip as well. I then tried my best to get some of that primer up into behind the wheel arch lip. Now this was pretty tricky because the gun is pretty big in that tiny wee wheel arch, but I tried my best to get up there, and if we don't get much on there, it's okay because we'll be able to get the stone chip right in there. After getting a first coat onto that driver's side, I could now come round to the passenger side, and right here it was like deja vu doing that rear quarter again, but it needed to be done, so we got on with it. Right, that's the first coat of primer on the car. I'm not the happiest with that. There's quite a lot of dirt in the primer. That's my fault. I will be able to sand it out when I go to sand the primer, but it just doesn't look the prettiest. You can see it. It's just a bit annoying, but I'll be able to sand it out. It just doesn't look as pretty as it would if it was just nice flat primer. So yeah, not the happiest with that first coat of primer there. This is totally my fault. It's because I didn't strain the primer into the gun. So any little bits of dirt have got into the gun and have came out the gun too when I've been spraying the primer. But it is what it is. We'll be able to sand it out and we'll just get on with it anyway. I then got the final coat of primer onto the driver's side of the car. I made sure to get plenty on so that I can sand it down just to make sure it all comes out nicely. Even though we got the bits of dirt in the primer, this is still a pretty positive moment because this is possibly the last bit of primer we have to do on this car. And there we have it, that is all the primer onto the Nova. I now have the fun job of cleaning the gun out, but I'm pretty happy with that. Now, as I did say when I finished the first coat, there was a few bits of dirt in the primer, and by a few, I mean quite a lot of dirt nibs. But it's primer, it's all getting sanded down anyway, and all of those bits will come out. It just doesn't look as pretty right now, but look at the shape of that quarter. Oh, that's beautiful. Very, very nice. But I'm going to go and clean the gun out now. Fun. After toying with just leaving all of the masking and sheeting on the car for doing the stone chip, I ended up just taking it off after leaving it for a while because the wind was crazy. It was blowing the sheeting everywhere and I think it was just going to come off by itself anyway. So I ended up taking it off and we'll just have to remask it for doing the stone chip. So it is now a few days later and that is the primer complete on the Nova. Now, I did say that it was meant to rain at the start of this video, and it has, and it's been pretty much non-stop for the past couple of days. But we have just got a break in the weather right now. There's a couple of wee bits of blue sky, so I want to get the stone chip onto these rear arches and right along the sill. So, while we've got this dry weather, I'm just going to try and get it all done. We've got the stone chip there. I was waiting on some foam edge tape coming. We've got the foam edge tape now. So let's get this all dried off, masked up, and then we can get the stone chip on, and hopefully it stays dry for that. Let's do it. Right, I've spent some time drying off the arches and along the sills on both sides of the car now. So what we can do is start masking it up. So what this stuff is from J-tape. This is no edge blending tape, and it is what it says in the name. It gives you a nice soft edge rather than a hard edge right along wherever you're painting or priming or whatever. So we're going to be putting this stuff around this edge of the arch and right along the sill. We want stone chip along this part of the sill, and we want a bit of the stone chip going along this part of the arch on this lip as well, just because I think it finishes it off nicely. I've done this on my Escort as well and it looks pretty good, and then obviously we'll be doing the whole arches as well. So I'm going to get this all masked up and then we can get on to actually stone chipping it. So we're just getting the tape right over the lip of that arch, and what that does is allows that wee bit of flick there, so that if any of the stone chip goes there, it just flicks out and gives us a nice soft edge, so that when we go to sand the primer, it just comes off nicely, if there is any overspray. So with that little lesson out of the way, I can now mask up the rest of the car. This is a painstakingly long process, so we'll get the time lapse on for this one. And that is a car masked up. I know it doesn't look amazing or that, but you don't get anywhere near as much overspray with the stone chip compared to paint or whatever. So I've used bed sheets and all that, and a wee bit of the sheeting just to cover our axle and suspension and stuff. So before the rain gets too heavy, I'm going to get the stone chip on. Let's go. Right, I've now got the stone chip and it is really simple. All it is this gravi-Tex bottle, and you literally just screw the gun supplied with the kit into the bottle. Now this was about £25 and I got 2 1 litre bottles and the gun as well. So we'll be able to smash this right on. I wish I had this for doing the front arches, but we'll at least get the sills and the back arches done. Let's get our first coat on this. So here we go with the first coat of stone chip. Now this stuff isn't like paint where you have to have a proper technique and stuff. There's no technique with this, you just have to get the stone chip everywhere that you want it and get a good coat on it while you're doing it. And it doesn't take as long as painting either, because we're straight onto that driver's side now and getting the first coat onto the sill. After getting that first coat on the sill, I then went back round to the passenger side and got a second coat onto that wheel arch. As you can see, the stuff goes on really heavy, and although there isn't much technique with doing it, it's a really satisfying job to do. And there we have the stone chip complete on the Nova. How good does that look? I'll answer it for you. It looks amazing. I'm so happy with how that's turned out. We've got the driver's side done as well, right along the sill there as well. Oh man, what a difference. So this will protect the arches and sills from stone chips. It's a rust preventative as well, and that just looks unreal. Looks amazing. There's a close up of the sill as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. Yeah, really happy with that. Even though it's raining a wee bit, we managed to get it on and it should be fine now. It'll just take a wee bit longer to dry. So there we have it folks, that is primer and stone chip completed on the Vauxhall Nova. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to get the stone chip completed on the car anytime soon because of the weather, but we had that little dry moment there and the tape turned up and I just managed to get it done. It's raining now, but these parts of the car are tucked underneath and they should be fine. Fingers crossed. But I hope you have all enjoyed this video. I mean, I hope you are enjoying seeing the progress on the car, because I'm sick of seeing it like this. I just want to see it on the road all built up and fresh again. But that is definitely getting us there. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new or you watch my videos and you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye. Hope you like the Crocs too. Yum.